adjust it. There you can fine-tune the pump. That's super nice. I forgot to turn on the heating element. Okay, so now we're starting to warm up the water, and this will be the first cleaning of the tank. Yes, then we're ready to check the system. So far so good. It's starting to heat up, 10 degrees now, and it's only been about a minute since I started the heating. And you can hear the pump is pumping water. And I can just slide this one if I want less pump action. Or I can slide it the other way for some more pumping. So you're in complete control of the Brewtools. Before we use it to brew beer, we have to clean it with this trisodium phosphate. So I'll warm the water to about 50 degrees, and it will be in the kettle for about an hour. This is to clean off all that oils and stuff that may be left from the production of the machine. So I guess I'll turn this down. I'll write 50 degrees there, so target temperature is now 50, and it's already at 16 degrees, so this is pretty quick. We have about 6,000 watts of heating power. And while the Brewtools is heating up, we can take a closer look at my valve setup. When I last stopped filming, I said I went for the 3-valve setup, but this is the 4-valve setup. I added that extra valve because I figured out that when mashing, by adding this valve, I can skip the wort chiller, so the wort will go through here, through that one also, up this tube and right back into the kettle. So this way we can just bypass the chiller during the mash. In case you're wondering why I call this a 4-valve setup, it's because the last valve is there, beneath there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 valves, and this one is just to steer the water from the pump into the desired direction. Okay, already up to 22.5 degrees. I'll add the trisodium phosphate now at 24 degrees C. I have 30 liters of water in the kettle, and now I'll just pour this in. Hello and welcome to this episode of the next batch. While our cleaning water heats up, I can assemble the last piece of equipment that I bought with the Brewtools. This is the overflow pipe. So I have pieced it together. Here are 2 rods and with this plastic in between them. And this is the filter that goes on top here. Okay, so that's the filter, and this is the rod to hold it together. Okay, I guess it's just to push it until it stops or something. Yeah, okay. So here's the overflow thing. You can height adjust it by just doing this. It sticks quite good together. And this one goes into the laser cut filter. This one. So if you want to use this one, you also have to have that this disc. And you can see in the filter there's this pre-cut hole. So I guess I'll just use some force and push it out, and this one screws on it. So when that hole is cut out, this one goes in that hole and is screwed tight from the bottom using this piece here. And if you don't want to use this, but you want to use the laser disc, this also works as a plug, because this is now 2 pieces that's screwed together like that. Now we have reached 50 degrees, so for 1 hour now we will circulate the cleaning solution through the Brewtools, and I will also start circulating it through the chiller and all the valves and stuff. So I guess I'll first I'll open this one up. And now the water will go through the chiller. So I have to make sure this one is locked like that. Now the water will go through the chiller and back into the Brewtools. When this valve is positioned like that, this one is blocked. And when that one is positioned like that, this is blocked. So now I can see there's some cleaning solution in there. But to make it go through the chiller, I need to adjust the pump to this direction. Now we can hear air get out of the system. And eventually it's just the cleaning solution that's in the hoses and in the chiller. So now it has stopped circulating through this, and it whirlpools the cleaning solution through the Brewtools. Yeah, now we can see the heating element. It's adjusting a bit. Went down to 11 and 14, 17 and now 20%. So it's adjusting to keep 50 degrees because we see here it's on auto. Now it goes through there and up here, and I have to close that one. So now it will just go from here through that, up here and in back to the kettle. So now I can turn the pump back on. And yeah, you can see that we are now bypassing the chiller and just going through here like I would during mash. And if I would have still have mash water coming through there, if this was a brew day, I could just turn this one until, yeah, right between those two, and now it comes, water comes through here at the same time as down there through the dip tube. This seems to be a very clever system. It's super well designed, but at first with all these valves I got dizzy from thinking, how should I ever be able to know how to control which valve at which position at what time. But after I assembled the valves and the whole system, it was just to take a look at it and understand the logic of it. So now I think I'm getting used to it, but I know during my first brew day, and brew days sometimes can get a bit hectic, I'm sure that I'm going to do some of this wrong and water will flow out the wrong way, or the water will flow out the wrong way, but yeah, that's how you learn. Yeah, and I'll take this cloth here and clean the parts that's not submerged in the cleaning solution. I guess I'm not supposed to put my hand in this stuff, but I'll do it anyway. I guess this needs to be cleaned too. So after some time now with circulating it, just bypassing the chiller and right back into the kettle here, I'll start it through the chiller again. So this is proper, nice and clean. So if I remember correctly, first turn off the pump, and then this one turns this way and this one turns that way. No, this one turns this way. Now that's blocked. And this way. You see, I have to think. After a while, I guess this is second nature. And I'll start the pump again and see if I was correct. Yeah, it looked like water was coming through this hose now. Okay, I'm learning, I'm getting used to it. And if you take a look at this part of the brewery, you can see that I have my steam condenser there all pieced together, and the steam hat and the turbinator is all mounted on hooks on the wall, because I like to have everything all the pieces in my brewery needs its place for storage. Yeah, so that was the initial testing and cleaning. After 1 hour with this, I will empty it out, use hot rinse water to rinse everything out, and then I will passivate it with water to the brim and adding star sand solution. So after all that is done, I can finally brew some beer on it, and that will be our next episode. So thank you for watching this episode of Next Batch. Extra big thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and I'll see you guys later.